Welcome to Real Kiwi Fishing. This week, Stevo and I up Muriwai Beach. Chucked the Kontiki and the surfcasters in the car, and we've just headed up to do a couple of sets and a bit of surf casting for the morning. So yeah, hopefully we get into a few fish on the Tiki and maybe the surfcaster. The sun's already up, so not expecting too much on the surfcaster, but it's always good to flick a bait out while you're waiting for the Tiki to have a soak. But yeah, hopefully we get into a few fish. I hope you guys enjoy. So I'm just going to bait up the hooks. Stevo's cutting up some mullet. It's got some mullet today. Got a bit of squid there, but we'll probably just have a go with the mullet first. See how we go. So we're all baited up, ready to rock and roll. Stevo's just chucking in the batteries. And we'll set the Kontiki, let it soak for a while, and we'll flick out some baits on the surfcasters. Nice little hole here, or channel. It's an actual channel that's running along here, so we'll flick a few baits in there, see if we can pick up some fish. Some KIWI would be good for our next set. Okay, she's away. Stevo's dropped the Kontiki in, and he's just going to chuck the hooks on. He's just chucking on our first sinker there, and away we will go. So we've chucked on the big batteries for our first set. We're just going to let this go as far as it can. So do a long set. Sun's up, so we want to get into that deeper water. And then once we set that, we'll just let it soak for probably 40 to 50 minutes, and we'll flick out the surfcasters. It's probably a little bit bright for snapper, but you just never know out here on the west coast. The water's a little bit stirred up, a bit of swell there. Stevo's done and dusted with the hooks. We'll get that soaking, and then I'll flick out a bait. I'll actually gear up now. Get a bait out there while it's low tide, can cast into that channel. So Stevo's just finishing off the setting the Kontiki, and I thought I'll come down and flick out a bait. Now, like I was saying, here's a nice little channel here. Got the waves just here on the lip of the bank that I'm standing on, and you'll see waves breaking out there. They'll die away. See how that wave disappeared? Basically what that is, it's breaking on a bank out there. It's getting shallow, breaking on the bank, and then it hits the deeper water in that little channel that's running along here, and then it doesn't have enough depth for the wave to break, so it'll just bubble away as it's doing now. The wave will disappear and then come in here and break on the little lip here that I'm standing on. So that's giving me an absolute indicator that there is a channel right here. And I only need to cast out at about sort of 50-60 meters. That'll be the middle of that little channel. Fish will come in here, mooch up and down this little channel, and then move back out, and so on throughout the day. Obviously night time, early morning's the way to go, but we'll see how we go casting out a bait while the sun's up. Hopefully get into a few fish. Now also what I'm running today, I've actually gone to a flasher rig, and it's one of the Maxi Strikes Mutsu flasher rigs. What normally happens here, because I'm sort of concentrating on the Kontiki between the baits on the Surfcaster, see my rod buckle over, get a big strike. By the time I get to it, fish is gone. So I thought I'll run those today. The Mutsus are basically a recurve hook, and what I'm hoping is the fish will just hook itself. When I see the rod buckle over, I'm hoping that it'll just stay buckled, the fish has hooked itself. So see how we go. So I'm hooked up. Those Mutsus did the trick. Wasn't at the rod. Buckled over. Bites came on. Didn't strike, just started winding. And we've caught our first fish for the morning. What it is a KIWI, and that's okay. That gives me some fresh bait for surf casting and also for our next Kontiki set. So it's perfect, pretty much what we wanted. And the great thing is, places like Muriwai just hold a lot of these kind of fish, the KIWI. And it's a great place to bring your kids to come and have a fish. Old Muriwai holds some nice fish for not only you, but the KIWI for your kids. Kids would love catching these. They'll just come out here and have a blast. And there you go. Just what we were after. Nice fresh KIWI. It's pretty bright, so not really expecting too much in the way of snapper. You'll get small snapper, they'll come in here. But if you're after the bigger snapper, you can fluke one and luck one. But your better chance is that, like I keep saying, that early morning while it's still dark, or late evening going into dark. You want to sort of get that tide right where it's dead low, and you know you're going to be standing on that lip at dead low. So you know, it gets dark at about 7:30. You want that dead low at around that 7:30, 8 o'clock. So you're standing right on that lip, casting right into that channel. Got a bite there. And hooked up again. Yeah. Woohoo! Hooked up again. Feels like another KIWI. But man, it's a lot of fun and easy to do. Like I'm saying, bring your kids. They'll love it. On a day like this, sun's out, beautiful day, light winds. and I'm hooked up, and it actually honestly feels like maybe a snapper hasn't jumped out of the water. And it actually, yeah, feels like a little bit more like a snapper. We might be lucky. Doesn't feel big if it is, but yeah, it's a snapper. I'll go down and get him so we're not dragging him through the sand. Might have to let him go. So you don't want to drag him through the sand and get all sand through his gills and stuff. And yep, it's a nice little snapper. Nothing big. And there you go. Just a little snapper. Now the crazy thing is he's probably takeable out here on the west coast. 27 centimeters, and he'd be that. But yeah, we won't keep him. We'll let him go. We've got the Kontiki out, hopefully get some bigger fish. But that just shows you there's snapper there mooching in that little channel. Like I was saying, the little ones will be there. Sun's up. The bigger ones are probably a little bit more scarce, but hey, you got to have a line in the water to catch something. So I'll get him back. And he'll go out as that tide draws out. He'll just follow that. Nice little snapper on the Surfcaster. Even though it's small, basically it's made my morning. Caught a KIWI, little snapper. Hey, we might even get a decent trevally. But yeah, this is an awesome spot. Muriwai's awesome spot. Like I keep saying, bring your kids up, get them into a bit of surf casting. It's not rocket science, it's easy. Get online if you can't tie knots or rigs or whatever. Study it, get it going on, get your kids out here and amongst it, they'll love it. Those Mutsu flasher rigs are working a treat. Basically caught 2 fish and 2 baits, and I haven't had to strike, and that's what I was saying about those Mutsus. Those flasher rigs are awesome even to surf cast with. Just get your breakaway sinker on the bottom, swivel at the top, basic, easy, and the fish are just hooking themselves. Kontiki's on the soak. It's probably been out here for about half an hour, and we're catching fish in between. What an awesome day. And to be honest, even if we got nothing on the Kontiki, and I've caught a couple of fish already, it's been a mint morning. Be nice to catch a few more, but hey, at least I've caught a couple. And to be honest, I don't have to come out here to catch a heap of fish to have a brilliant day. Just a couple in the bin, catch a couple, soaking the line, flicking a bait on a beautiful day. It's pretty much what it's all about. This is when it starts getting a little bit difficult. Oh, got another bite there. What I'll do, I'll just get ready. I won't strike, I'll just let the fish try and hook itself, but I'll get ready to wind. Look like another little snapper bite. But yeah, as I was saying, this is when it starts getting a little bit difficult to fish. We've been pushed off our little bank there. The waves are breaking out in front of us, probably about 20-30 meters, and it's constantly breaking on the line, and it gets a little bit difficult to fish. Got another little tap there, another one. Oh, getting a few bites. But yeah, it's quite hard to fish sometimes, and that's why you want to come out here on that low tide, come and do your fishing, get a couple of hours in, 2 to 3 hours, and then move back to your high tide spot, fish in a hole. This will produce a little bit better for you. It's more productive. The hole will give you some fish, but not as much, unless you pick a real good one. So I'm still getting a few bites there. Got some fresh carp. Yep, there you go. Hooked up again. Yeah. Like I was saying, I didn't strike, just lifted the rod. Actually feels like a stingray, this one. But in saying that, they get kingfish. Oh no, he's still there. I think it's a stingray. I felt him sort of clip across the line. He's swimming towards me. Definitely feels like a stingray, but you just never know. Out here on the west coast, it can be a, can even be a big snapper or a big trevally. But man, just having a blast. Even though it's KIWI and a stingray, caught a snapper, it's just a blast. It's so much fun. Woohoo! Hooked up. Feels like a nice snapper. Doesn't feel too bad. Not expecting too much in the way of snapper. Being bright. Yeah, boy. Yee-hoo! Nice snapper. How's that? Nice snapper off the sand there on the Surfcaster. Didn't expect that. Has clouded over a little bit, but yeah, we're just fishing in this. It's not really a hole. It's a little bit deeper, but yeah, that's a nice fish. Stevo's just winding the Kontiki in now. It's up quite a way, so. Still got my Surfcaster out, even though I've been pushed back. You never know. Probably just making it into the channel right on the lip. Fish will still come in there. Thanks for watching another great day out fishing with Real Kiwi Fishing. And you can also find more of my movies on my YouTube channel, Real Kiwi Fishing.